Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series, where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 64, Uncle Simon, written by Rod Serling and directed by Don Siegel. This is a season 5 episode, and as always there will be spoilers. So I know Uncle Simon isn't really one of the most popular Twilight Zone episodes, but I've always liked it. I find this episode to be very entertaining. Both lead characters in the episode are pretty unlikable, but it's kind of fun to watch them try and one-up each other, in my opinion. So, Cedric Hardwicke as Uncle Simon and Constance Ford as Barbara are both entertaining in this episode. I thought their performances were fine. And I also really enjoyed the appearance by Robbie the Robot, who plays a key role in the story as well. So this one starts out with a woman named Barbara, and she lives with her Uncle Simon, and they definitely don't like each other at all, but Barbara will inherit everything when Uncle Simon is gone. She's his only relative, so she kind of puts up with him for that reason, it would appear. So this man, Uncle Simon, is definitely pretty nasty. He is pretty creative in some of the things he says to Barbara, but none of them are very nice at all. To be fair, she's not exactly very caring either. We also find out that this guy Simon is working on a project in his basement, I guess, which is like some kind of laboratory, and he tells Barbara not to go exploring. He doesn't want her to know what this project is. He's being very secretive about all this. So, of course, because he tells her not to, Barbara decides to go check out what Uncle Simon is working on. This leads him trying to hit her with a cane, and she blocks it. So Simon winds up falling down the stairs, and instead of helping him, Barbara just lets him pass on, and Simon is a goner, and definitely not a good thing to do on Barbara's part. So with Simon gone, Barbara learns from a lawyer that she does inherit everything, but there's a condition. She has to live in the house and take care of a robot, which was Uncle Simon's secret invention, and the robot's name is also Simon. So eventually this robot starts to talk and even act like Uncle Simon, and it even develops his limp at one point in the episode after Barbara kind of pushes the robot. And when I saw the robot with a cane, it was so ridiculous that I actually thought it was funny. So since the lawyer continues to check in, Barbara basically has to continue to take care of this robot, and she's basically stuck taking care of Uncle Simon all over again. Now, what I really like about this episode is that even though none of the characters are really very likable, I love how neither one of them really wins. I mean, Uncle Simon, the real one, is a goner, and Barbara is stuck taking care of a different version of Uncle Simon all over again. So while this episode is definitely a little silly in concept, I just really enjoy it and found it to be very entertaining. It's not an all-time classic, but I thought the premise was executed pretty well, and that's why Uncle Simon comes in at number 64 on the list. As always, feel free to let me know what you thought of this episode, Uncle Simon, if you liked it or not. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.